Hello and welcome to Blockbuster review on Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this program we review the latest movies. Today we will take a look at the new Spider-Man. It may be a brand new day for Spider-Man, but don't expect a brand new Spider-Man movie. Peter Parker is still swinging between skyscrapers, punching bad guys, dealing with heartbreak and struggling with his identity. The emotional baggage may be new, but the superhero routine is exactly the same. Marvel handed the film to Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of the excellent film called Short Term 12, hoping he would bring a more human touch to the web slinger. He does, but that's about the only thing that feels fresh. The bigger problem is that the film takes nearly 2.5 hours to tell a story that simply isn't substantial enough. The last Spider-Man film, No Way Home, raised the stakes by bringing together all three live-action Spider-Men. It was pure fan service. Buy one, get two free. It worked brilliantly and made a fortune at the box office. That film ended with Doctor Strange casting a spell that erased Peter Parker and Spider-Man from everyone's memory. It was the only way to protect the people he loved, but it also left Peter completely alone. This film picks up from there. Peter is back doing what he has always done. A gadget tells him there is an armed robbery in progress, and within seconds he swings across New York to save the day. We've seen these sequences so many times now that they barely register. Even the city's police chief chats with Spider-Man regularly without having the faintest idea who's behind the mask. Peter lives alone in a tiny apartment filled with gadgets and half-finished experiments. Things take a darker turn when the Department of Damage Control comes under attack. The villain this time has the ability to control people's minds, making them do whatever he wants and even jumping from one person to another. To stop him, Spider-Man gets help from Black Widow, played by Florence Pugh, though it's more of an extended cameo than a full-fledged role. Familiar faces like Frank Castle and Bruce Banner also shows up, and yes, Banner eventually gives us a bit of Hulk because that's almost expected of him by now. Alongside the action runs Peter's emotional story. MJ, played by Zendaya, and Ned, they still have no memory of him. He spends his time watching MJ's social media reels, and unable to let go, he even starts following her around. His loneliness becomes just as important as the villain, and eventually the two storylines collide. On paper, that sounds like a solid setup. On screen, it never quite comes together. The film struggles to move on naturally between action and emotion. Some of the emotional moments don't land, and the scientific explanations are full of kind of Marvel technobabble that makes less sense the longer you think about it. When characters start saying things like gamma radiation affects the mutating DNA, you are better off not asking questions. The performances are good even if the material isn't. Tom Holland is likable as ever, but he's had stronger material to work with before. Zendaya doesn't get a lot of screen time, but she leaves an impression every time she appears. And then comes the post-credit scene. After making you wait longer than usual, it ends with the now familiar promise: Spider-Man will return. Well, maybe. But before it does, Marvel could do with giving him a story that's as exciting as the character himself. Usko thoda aaram karne do abhi. I'm going to go with 3 out of 5 stars for the new Spider-Man movie called Brand New Day. Well, there is nothing relatively brand new about it. It's the same old premise. Well, that's what I thought of Spider-Man that released this week. Do let us know what you think, and I'll be back with you next week with more movie reviews. Till then, it's goodbye from me.